Andy, much more like it.
Yeah, an excellent response, and just said to the players there, I think it's an easier game to play football when you're full of confidence and belief, and obviously that takes a big hit on Saturday with the manner of the defeat, and then you go 1-0 down at home in your first home game for some of these players. It makes it a little bit even more challenging, but an excellent response. I thought we played some really good stuff at times. 3 excellent goals, well executed for a variety of reasons. There's work to do in all aspects of our game, but yeah, a really pleasing reaction to Saturday's defeat. It was a challenging period of time post that game for the whole group, but it's important that they're accountable for their performance as well. But from my point of view, it's also about supporting them primarily as well, because it's difficult out there at times, and I say it's my job to challenge them, to improve them, but also to support them.
How big a challenge was it then, as you've just said, after 4 minutes you go a goal down after Saturday? What was the biggest thing to get right then at that point?
I think you saw a group of people stand up to the challenge, continue to try and play the game how we want to try and play it. It's not always easy because there's another team on the pitch who want to do what they want to do and try and control the game in a different manner. So, yeah, so there was some really pleasing moments, both with and without the ball. Lots to get better at. I think to concede 2 goals from set plays is an area that we've obviously changed from a set-up point of view, and it's something we have to develop and improve at. But yeah, it's massive credit to the players, I say, for the reaction after Saturday's heavy defeat to come out here and play with the belief, which they did, off the structure of how we want to play, with the confidence when they got into controlling positions, was really pleasing.
Just to briefly mention the defending for both of those goals, you'll demand better than that, won't you, from them, from how they defended for both of those?
Yeah, of course we will. No, it's something we've changed, and we're trying to develop and go more zonal, and it's about defending your area. And if you're one of the blockers, you've got to get contact and not let people get across you. So yeah, lots to work on, lots to improve on. I think that their first goal is they'll be looking at their first goal just like we're looking at our first goal. Really well executed finish. It goes in the top corner. But yeah, no, we get ourselves in front, and then we play more of a mid and low block, and then we're reliant on our goalkeeper right there and there to make 2 or 3 outstanding saves in injury time and get us over our line.
I'll mention him in a bit, but I know you mentioned pre-season that Ethan Chissler would be a player that people could get off their feet and get excited about. He certainly did that tonight.
Yeah, he's got very good technical ability in tight areas. He can wriggle away from you. He can carry the ball. He's also got a fantastic work ethic as well, which is vitally important for our group. But you saw the quality of the first goal, and then also the desire to get on the end of Gavin's finish as well, to arrive in the 6-yard box at that stage in the game. It's challenging, and we had a really interesting meeting yesterday afternoon, because you look at Saturday's game and our game was 110 minutes, and if that's going to become the norm for each league game, cup game, the players are going to get challenged incredibly physically. Every one of our players on Saturday who played the full game was over 11.5k, and that isn't the norm. So I think there's going to be challenging periods. You want to, going forward, reward players for consistent performances and good performances. But I've also got to try and find a balance between looking at the players who are in danger of overexerting themselves. And it's the first week of the season, but when you're covering the distances you are, and you're expected to cover the distances at such high speed in a 3-game week, it becomes really challenging.
A word for Josh Thomas as well. Good goal, ran his socks off to try and get on the end of that too, and deserved it for his performance.
Yeah, really good desire without the ball. We're asking a lot of the front two to work without the ball, certainly when they're playing against a back 3, and almost try and take care of all 3 centre backs. So yeah, he had to do a lot of work for the team without the ball, as Ellis did as well, and then when James and Gavin came on in the second half. But yeah, really good goal. It shows you what he's about. He's got really good pace. He's difficult because of his low centre of gravity then for a player once he's running at you, and he moves the ball, and it's a really clean strike, and he deserves his goal.
And last individual to mention is your goalkeeper. You've already mentioned him briefly, but yeah, at the end he kept you in it, and without wishing to be horrible, most of the shots he's had to face have gone in, but when he's had to make saves now, he's really made some important ones for you.
Yeah, as I said to you on Saturday, I think my thoughts on Conor Ripley are that when we had the opportunity to sign him and to get it over the line, I thought we'd sign League One's best goalkeeper. Maybe people, when I say that on Saturday, think, "Are you mad?" But I firmly believe it. I firmly believe it today. He's going to have a massive impact on this football club, on this group, both with and without the ball. He's a really good personality, and when he was needed, he did his job.
And lastly, it's now given you a bit of a platform, hasn't it? You've got a tough sequence of fixtures, we know that, but psychologically, to win tonight and to face the test of character that you did, what's that done for you for a platform to build on from now on?
Well, that's testament to the group, because the players who started on Saturday and then the ones who finished, it was a little bit role reversal tonight. Some players starting who didn't start on Saturday, but then the whole group wins that game. The whole group who's on the pitch win the game. The lads who aren't involved in the game, the Jason Lowe's, the Tom Conlons, the Kofi Barmers, the Mitch Clarks, all these guys are all playing a part. It's massive credit to all the staff, because when you lose such heavily on Saturday, it's a challenging period, and the whole football club has been extremely supportive of everyone, and that's a reward for everyone.
Cheers, Andy. Well done.
Thank you.